We're going to be taking the diorama and taking it from brown to making it green right now. Read Strange Stuff. Hello, and welcome to Read Strange Stuff, model train and how-to videos. So if you're building a model rower and you want some tips and ideas, or you just like watching trains run around, well, hit that subscribe button, then hit that bell so you'll be notified of my upcoming videos. Well, welcome back, or hello if it's your first time here. Today we're continuing on with my diorama build, part 9, where we're going to be adding the brown foam to take the brown dirt and make it look more greener and like it's alive. And if you haven't caught up with my previous episodes of this diorama build, I'll put a link just up here for you. So yeah, in this one, like I said, we're just going to taking this basic Woodland Scenics round foams and putting them over the base of the brown dirt base texture I put down, just to give it a bit of greenery and bring it to a bit of life. So anyway, let's go and see how it goes, eh? Alright, so now we've got down the old dirt as our basic ground cover, which I didn't show on the other video that actually, after it was down, I actually just vacuumed all the loose stuff up. I tried to save it, but it was so fine it just went through the stocking I had on my vacuum. So anyway, so what we're going to use is, you can see that, the blended turf, Woodland Scenics, and just using the same little strainer I used before, put dirt on, and I'm just going to, I get a brush, dip it in some wet water, which is for you people who don't know, water with a few drops of detergent in it to help break up its, well, I can't remember the word, make it easier to flow through. Then I just put it into the glue and put it on where I want it. So let's get into that. Alright, I've just got my cheap brush. Around a bit, and like with the dirt, just apply it down wherever you want it, right up to there. All I'm going to do, I'm just going to leave a few patches of the dirt lying around, so it's these are patches where the grass hasn't grown or died off. Just give a bit of difference to it. Alright, so there's that part done. Then just get the turf and just sprinkle it on. Be pretty generous with it, like anything that doesn't sit down. With this stuff you can actually, when you use a stocking and a vacuum cleaner, it will actually suck it up and you can then reuse it later. Excuse the hand. So anyway, that's how we get that down. I'm going to continue on, do the rest of it where I want it, and then we'll go from there. One thing I didn't mention before, that I decided along here, I'm going to put a, can't remember the word for it now, a service road. Well, the best way to do that, so I don't get any other ground cover over it for the time being, I'm just going to use the blue tape. It's not a bad size for an in-scale road. I'm just going to run that along there. Go for a little stick. And the other thing I had to do was I had this little mountainy part here. I don't know if you can see it properly. I've just had to trim that out, so once it's all done I'll touch that up. So that was just thought I'd quickly show you that. I thought before I continue I'll just quickly give you a look where I've done, so you can see where you've got the dirt patches with the green there. Just got the road I masked off there for a bit of a park area. Over there on the other side of the rocks, coming down there. Just quickly hide that because that's a test area I just did, and sort of just over there over that hill. So okay, so now we'll get into the next section. Alright, so now we're going to add some more texture and more colour onto this basic green we've got. So what I'm going to start off with is I've just got some Woodland Scenics Fine Turf Brown. I'm just going to sprinkle it, just randomly sprinkle it around. Like that. Just great. Just ran a bit heavier in spots. Oh. I said just put some onto those dirt patches. Now I'm just also I'm using the Woodland Scenics, just a yellow grass, and just go a bit lighter with this one. Don't want to go too heavy. Just around. Just lightly sprinkle it. And just put some of the some little deady grass just growing through on the dirt. And then I've just got some, once again, this is all Woodland Scenics, but you could use anything. This is the weeds. This is a really bright green. So just a little bit here and there. It's very subtle, but you can notice it. So you don't want to overpower it. And then just for a little bit different go, I've just got some Woodland Scenics green grass. Just helps bring a bit more. Even though you've got the green, that blended turf down as your main colour, it just helps bring out a little bit more. Alright. Okay, so now I'll just add some little bushes and stuff. I've just got the Woodland Scenics, the green turf, light green, coarse turf in the light green. I'll just randomly sprinkle it around. This stuff's pretty good, you can manipulate it fairly well. So just randomly put it on, just drop it on, spread it out with your finger a bit. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing at the moment. Thing is, you always come in and put some more on if you think it needs a little bit more somewhere else, or you sort of, even if you rub it off a bit, you don't want to get too. Okay. If I like just using the same Northern Sinks core stuff, but in the yellow grass. So just like I said, don't put as much of the yellow as you would the green, just to give it a bit more contrast. Just a little bit more there. Just a little bit more green in. Just there, around there. Light brown. And then we sprinkle it over. Alright, so now I'm going to just using a little pipette, and I've just got some wet water, and we'll just go around and just drizzle the wet water over everywhere you put the stuff on. And this wet water is not working as well. So you can also use alcohol. It actually works a bit better. But, Alright, so once you've got a really nice good soaking of that, it'll just help the glue go in. So just have a look, you might sit there and go, I need a little bit more colour around there. Like I said, you can add this stuff on when it's wet. Nice and easy. Okay, fortunately my camera stopped as I was starting to do the glue. So what I use is a 50-50 mix of white glue and water. Then you can, excuse me, you could use like Wooden Scenics, have products, nice and easy, cheap. And I use it to put it on is this strawberry short cheesecake. This is actually a friend of mine was giving up smoking and was vaping for a while, and he had these are the things, the liquid came in, and they are great for applying glue. They've got a very small little nozzle on them. It's sort of like a pipette, except you don't have to keep refilling it. So I said I've already glued this because I didn't have the camera stopped. But all you do, yeah, you just let it just dribble on, go over it, just so it with the wet water on there, it helps the capillary action, I believe it's called, where it all the glue will go in, soak into anything, I've added a few extra bits of stuff there once I put the wet water on. So anyway, I'm going to continue on doing the rest of it where I want some more small ground cover, and see how it all looks at the end. Alright, well there's a close-up. Let's have a bit of a look at what's happened here. Alright, we'll see it's still a little bit damp, but you can see how got the different colours, different textures. I think it's come out quite well. Looks fairly realistic. Go over there, on the hill there. Still got to paint that little bit of a rock face where I cut that out for my road. Oops, sorry. So, alright, so there's that part done. So we'll continue on and see how it all comes out in the end. Alright, well there's a nice easy basic way where you can get your ground cover on and give it a really nice realistic effect. And you see, when you do your ground cover, so you just put it on layers, your base layers, and you just slowly build it up, and then it ends up looking like that, which I think it's come up pretty good, and I'd be happy to have that on any of my layouts. Like I said, you could use, like I said, I've used mainly a lot of green, but if you wanted something different, you could use less green, more browns, more yellows. It's really up to you and how you want your layout to look too. But anyway, like I said, there were some just nice basic ideas on how to get your scenery in. So anyway, that's the end of this video. On the next episode I'm going to continue on putting in the scenery. I'll be putting some more stuff on the mountains, and probably even add some more detail into what I've already done. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you'll be notified of my upcoming videos. But give it a thumbs up, share it with anyone you think might enjoy this video, and please definitely leave a comment down below. So anyway, that's it for this episode. We'll see you for part 10 coming up shortly, so goodbye.